Welcome to the July 2025 Conspirators preview. We have some small changes for you this quarter. The tasting will be on the 24th of July, but it's different to any other Conspirators tasting we've done before, because this time the wines are the Vini Curiosity wines. So what we've done is we've stopped trying to give you the 4 Conspirators wines in a little mini tasting, which was great fun and worked quite nicely, but it's 4 bottles and none of our packaging is set up for 4 bottles. It's all set up for a 6-bottle tasting, 1 hour long, 10 minutes of wine. There's a tiny bit of a formula to it, which I kind of ignore on a regular basis, but it's a really lovely little tasting, and the Vini Curiosity wines are so exciting. And what we've decided to do is just put all our effort into making sure that the Conspirators case is just as good as we can make it. The prices of each bottle to you are coming out around £15 a bottle, and we just want to give you wines that are exceeding that in terms of just their appeal and their gloriousness. So we just want to give you great wine and a great tasting. And the great tasting, the greatest of all the tastings we do, is the Vini Curiosity tasting. So we'll tie the Vini Curiosity tasting to the Conspirators case, and it's going to work fantastically. So that's going to be on the 24th of July, and that means anyone who's involved in that tasting will definitely be getting their wine on the 22nd or the 23rd of July. Okay, so to go into quickly what is coming in your case. So for all of you people out there who are not members of the Conspirators Wine Club so far, please get online now, sign up. There are some places left. It would be fantastic to see you at the tasting or just drinking the wine. It's either works for us. We kick off. This is a very south-dominated case, which is really good fun. It's that time of year. What we're looking at doing now is bringing more seasonality into the Conspirators case. So thinking through what's the weather like in July, usually pretty good. So this time we have 2 magnificent whites, both fresh, both clean, both glorious, both dry, and a rosé that is just drop dead gorgeous, and a red that will just smash a barbecue to pieces. It's just delicious. So what are they? Kick off with Fiano. And the Fiano at the moment's got the Avoglia label on it, and this is Fiano from the Giustini family. And the Giustini family are just north of Taranto in Puglia. They're making their wine. This is 2023 vintage, very difficult vintage. They did extremely well to produce this wine because they actually managed fairly decent yields. Some people had a terrible 23 because it rained so much, but all of that rain did make it a great vintage for white wine. So this is an unusually great Fiano, because Fiano's homeland is Avellino, and that's from up in Campania, up on the map up there. And Campania it's much higher, so Avellino is a place, you're at 300, 400, 500 meters, so you're heading up the hill in that direction. And it's a great place, Fiano, volcanic subsoils, whereas this one is grown almost at sea level. Its soils are more classic sea-based soils. It's a different style. So actually the cooler climate gives you a more delicate style of flavours. So it's actually quite an exciting wine. So Fiano, the birthplace may have been Campania, but this is very definitely working for Puglia, and it's one of those grapes which was almost extinct, and were it not for Mastro Bardino working so hard to bring this grape back, it might not be having the success it's having now, because it's one of the few Italian white grapes which has been planted all over the world. It's one of the great success stories of Italian wine, and many people have now accepted it is one of the potential greats from Italy, and I believe that. I think it's a great wine. So this one, it's more of an entry-level style of Fiano in terms of they're not trying to do anything clever with it. It's stainless steel fermented, it's and aged. It's bottled before not too long. Its malolactic is trapped. They don't really like it going through any malolactic. You want to keep the acidity, keep the freshness. And it's got that slight floral edge to it, which should appeal to Sauvignon drinkers, but it hasn't got the crazy high ends that Sauvignon has. So really, really interesting wine. The next one that we go to is the Greco di Tufo. And the Greco is from Cantine di Marzo. So in this case, Cantine just means the cellar of the Di Marzo family. Di Marzo family is currently run by Ferrante. And Ferrante is a character beyond belief. And he was at the London tasting actually earlier in the year, and he's a very good man. He's understanding what he has, because he has an estate which is where Greco di Tufo was born. He was probably the first person to plant commercially white grapes in the Tufo area, and it just turns out that Greco grown in the Tufo area works. It's one of those things. It's a marriage made in heaven. It's a classic. And these highly volcanic, highly sulfur-rich soils give such a particular flavour to the wine. So the Fiano gives you a freshness and easiness and more of an aperitivo style. The Greco, which doesn't have any oak, but just has more intensity, more density, more richness. A wine that is absolutely epic with things like oysters. It's just fantastic. It was often described as white wine for red wine drinkers because there's a tannic element to it, there's a richness, there's a power, there's a drive. Super exciting wine, I love it. Anyway, so that's the Greco di Tufo. And then we go to Paolo Petrilli, and he makes his rosé 100% from Nero di Troia, which means that it falls into the Puglia EGT for this style of wine. He likes to call it rosé, so I think he does actually. Yes, he does. And it is a rosé. The Nero di Troia is given the lightest touch of the skins. In 2023, it didn't even touch the skins. This one, the 20, and it was a darker colour. This one, the 24, the skins were a bit harder. They weren't quite so soft and generous with their colour. So 24, you're getting a little bit less colour than you had on the 23. More minerality, more salt, more freshness. This is seriously high quality rosé. He's trying to make a great rosé. This is Paolo's approach to wine is I adore. It's very much take the vintage and make the best wine you can with the vintage that you're offered. And this time round, he had the opportunity to make a great rosé, and he has made us a great rosé. So enjoy. Last of the wines, after all of those whites and a rosé, we've just gone for something pretty blatant. We've gone from Cantine Sampietrana a Squinzano. I've always wanted to sell Squinzano, largely because I just love the word Squinzano. It's a town on the coast from the Never Eat Shred Away, the east coast of Puglia. Essentially it's the same as Salice Salentino. It's based on Negro Amaro with a bit of Malvasia, Montepulciano, just added to the blend. Not very much. And this one in Reserva, which means it has to have been aged in oak for a little bit longer. So this is 2018. So it has the maturity, it has the richness, has the clarity. Beautiful wine. 13.5, so not too strong alcohol-wise. In terms of flavour, there's something super nostalgic about this. These are the sort of wines that make me so happy because, grilled veg, meat, cheese, just perfect old school Italian wines. We've kind of adopted a slight fear of oak aging, but this is so good to see. This is exactly how it should be. It is delicious, round, rich, powerful, and it's called Squinzano. What's not to love? So great case. Again, if you're not signed up for this case, please sign up now. It's fantastic. You would hate to miss it. Otherwise, Vina Curiosity is going out roughly the same time, and it's an epic. That's 6 bottles of just absurdly glorious wines. If you're interested, have a look at the preview for that case too. I think you'll enjoy both cases a lot. Okay, see you later.